My girlfriend showed up with her new boyfriend, damn it.
There's the rear amp. That's the bass amp. All my stuff's Arc Audio. Good stuff. So this amp's 250, and I think it's a little bit dirty right now because it's been like a dust storm out here. So I'm gonna take it down and wash it out. And I upgraded my buttons. These are the 2 remote buttons for the amps, so I can turn them off. And I don't have my keys on me. Anyway, so I switched them out. They were red, and I switched them to blue because the bike's blue. And the LEDs are like hella bright. So anyway, and this is the back of it. This is the ugliest tailpiece on a bike you ever made. But anyway. So there's the existing subwoofer. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's that's the existing one. You see it's like totally sandwiched in there on the back rail, and you can see that piece of aluminum in front right here. I made that to seal off the airbox back here, and then there's a piece of PVC. It's an 8-inch PVC right here, and it perfectly fits the ring of the speaker. So I mounted that, and then I put little studs through these holes and bolted it down, and I'll show you what that looks like. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. See right there? That's a 3/16 piece of all thread, and it's got nylock nuts on both sides of it to keep it from vibrating loose. And it's bolted right down to the aluminum. So what I did was I cut the bottom out. See if I can get a better shot on that. This piece of aluminum right here, this was plastic, the undertail piece, and I cut it down to that elevation so I can fit this amp in here. And then I riveted on. My buddy Mark helped me design it. And I rivet on, and then I put a clear caulking, acrylic caulking, under between that and the plastic, so when I put it down, it's watertight, so no water will splash up from the tires. So there you go. That's where we're at. And I'll finish taking this out, and then we'll have a little bit more. Alright, so hey, I'm back. So I took out that aluminum piece in the front here. See, now you can see the whole, it's just a carriage here. It's all loose. Pull the speaker out. See? That's all the room I got. Okay. So this is how the mount is. On this plate, and which was both good and bad because it's easy to remove, but a lot easier than trying to bolt it down to the frame. But the you know, when it hits, it's always bouncing, and the sound's only kind of come out there. So we're gonna modify that today, and we're gonna open it up here. And since, hang on one sec here. I'm not really set up to do like a tripod or whatever. Anyway, the speaker sits in there like this, so you can see that it kind of angles tip back a little bit. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the aluminum underneath it and push it down from right here so that's at an angle. And then I'm going to open up underneath of the up above the fender. I'm going to open this up so it actually has a place to hit, and I think it's going to produce a little bit more sound. I'm still going to leave this open. I'm still going to leave that open part right here because it comes up, but I'm going to use that more to just to port the sound, even it out, and then all the sound will come out underneath where the tire's out. And I really only use it, it's just like a fun project, really. It doesn't have to bump or anything, so I think we'll be in good shape. So let's see how it goes. We got to see if there's our new speaker. That is a Echelon Kenwood, and let's see, that's a product info if you want it, but it says 600. It's supposed to run about 150 continuous. This amp will push about 400, maybe 400 watts, I guess. So it ought to be nicely, because I don't turn the amp up, so it ought to be actually a pretty nice mix. And I already hooked the speaker up last night to that amp with a external wire, and it actually bumps pretty hard. Okay, so here we have both speakers. The first thing you notice is that the new one on the left is noticeably shorter than the other one, so it's not going to be sucked up into the carrier tailpiece. The other thing is, you can see right here, I had to trim this between the rack setup. It's got a carrier that comes down from the hang-on grips on the back that holds the saddlebag, so I removed that. And this is really pretty wide flange. I think I'm going to trim them anyway. Even though the system, if you look, see the holes are exactly the same. I don't know if you can see there, but so we can mount it properly. The other thing is, since this is shorter, you could possibly make a new PVC carrier and have it sit up about probably like that without having any interference with the frame. So that would give us a bigger base opening here, and it would keep. One of the biggest problems I had to engineer was, see this ring right here where the flex ring is so close to the aluminum. I had to engineer this exactly for the other speaker, so that when the rebound hit, when it hit down like that, it didn't hit the aluminum. Which, if you take the speaker off, you can see where it was rubbing. See there? So I didn't do too good of a job with that, apparently. So we need to pick this one up, and then where this slides in, see, now you can see the amp and everything in the back. See, this carrier just sits right on that piece right there, and then there's the fender. So I'm going to open it up here. I'm going to cut it here, right here, and here, and here, and just cut a square out. And then in the bottom of the fender, where I put this aluminum, you can see how much room's in this bike now. But I'm going to cut this here and then fold it down like that in a V. So it goes like this. Let sound out of the bottom. If there's too much pressure against the face of the speaker, it'll just bounce against itself, and it'll just wear out, pretty quickly, which is what happened to the last one.